ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into the first episode of the Taboo Tater Tots Club. My name is Nick.
And I'm Morgan.
And today we're going to be talking about... Yeah, it kind of was. That's fine, though. Hey, first episode is the worst episode, usually, so that's okay. We'll work on that. Today we're going to talk about...
We probably should have decided that before.
Yeah, well, this is supposed to be just kind of a stream of consciousness kind of a thing, so...
Taco!
We have a dog here. We have two, actually.
One just ripped fucking ass.
I have not smelled it yet, but...
Count your blessings.
His name is Taco. We have another one. His name is Buddy. Taco is a German Shepherd mix, I'm going to assume. No?
We don't actually know what Taco is. So, Taco, as you know, used to be a fight dog. And he was returned to the pound 3 different times after being adopted. I came in and I was originally going to get a German Shepherd named Smokey. But his life expectancy was about up. So, and at the time, emotionally, I just couldn't handle that. So I did go and check in on Smokey, and eventually he did get adopted to a family who has a farm that he can run and play and chase whatever. But anyway, so I was half-heartedly walking up and down the rows? What would you call that?
The kennel area?
The cells?
I suppose. I mean, they're not imprisoned.
Kinda.
I mean, in a sort of way, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. So, and Taco jumped up against the door and just kind of stood there. And we locked eyes. And I was like, how about that one? And the guy that was manning the kennel area was like, no, you don't want that one. And I'm like, why not? And I'm like, or he's like, because he's super overtly aggressive and he's not very good with kids and just overall he needs more help than really anybody can give. Which, being someone with PTSD, ADHD, autism, and a number of other mental disorders, that spoke to me. Because I have been told similar shit like that my entire life. So I was like, I want that one.
So less of, I can fix him, and more of, I feel you, bro.
And I should say, when we locked eyes, there was an immediate I cannot explain it, but there was an immediate connection. Like, you've seen his big brown eyes. And they were just so tender and soul-filled. But there was also a lot of pain in them. And I felt that.
Yeah, I see that in his eyes.
And so...
Today.
They were like, you really should not be taking this one. He's actually going to be transported out of state next week to a kill shelter.
Right.
And I was like, no, the fuck he's not. He's coming home with me today. I walked him around the little walking track that they have. And by the time we were done, I was like, yeah, you're going to be my new best friend. And that was that. He has never seen the inside of a cage since. But I wish I could say that's where... I wish I could say it was smooth sailing. But the reality is, Taco here was a fight dog. So, he has a lot of medical issues, mainly his ears. Someone took, like, legitimate paper cutting scissors and cropped his ears with those.
Oh, wow.
When I first got him, he didn't know how to lay. He just kind of always sat, and then he would sleep standing up like a fucking horse.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, waking up in the middle of the night to that is one of the most bizarre, terrifying things ever. Because you'll like roll over because you feel something staring at you. And he's right there, just staring at you like, hi!
That would be creepy as shit.
But, and I will never forget this day. So, I used to do video production, specifically video editing, and I used to pull a lot of all-nighters. And, no, don't. Taco, come here. Come here with me. Come here.
Just moving him out of the way.
Yep. So, and I will never forget this. It was 10 o'clock in the morning, and he jumps up on the bed, which at that point was not abnormal. And I'm laying there, trying to, doze off. And he stands towering over me, and I'm like, yeah? Can I help you?
Yeah.
And then he looks at me, and looks at the pillow, and then looks at me, and then looks at the pillow, and then just flops onto the fucking pillow.
Oh.
And he's like, look, Dad, I did a thing!
Yeah, progress.
And, like, that was the moment that, in my mind, I was like, we're gonna be okay,
Yeah.
And it's been rough, I will admit, since then. But every day, every moment has been abso-fucking-lutely worth it.
Yeah.
And even as we speak, Taco's right here. He's cuddling with me. He's being a good boy. And, obviously he's still got bad habits. Okay, bad isn't the right word. Survival habits would be a better term.
Yeah.
Like the scarfing of food and water and stuff like that.
And the scrounging in the trash can, even though he has perfectly good food right there.
Yeah, that might be more of just a dog thing on top of his survival instincts.
I was saying that because Buddy don't do it. It's just Taco.
Buddy does.
Does he?
Yeah.
I've never witnessed Buddy do it.
Because Taco's the one that has to get up in there. Because
so he's the instigator. He knocks down the trash and then Buddy gets into it after he throws it on the ground.
Yep.
I see.
Yeah. Say what you will, but they are a smart fucking team.
Yeah, they are. Because Border Collies are the most intelligent breed by some people's standards. And then Taco, he's tactful.
He's street smart.
Yes.
Which is the best part of smart, if you ask me.
Yeah, if I had to describe him, he would be a cross between some kind of German Shepherd, maybe, and some sort of Labrador. I don't think he's full-blooded anything.
Oh, no, he's a mutt, for sure.
Yeah.
But he was listed as a Lab Shepherd mix.
Okay.
But if you look at him, he's got pity in him. And
I could see a little bit of pit, yeah.
Also, obviously, he has boxer in him.
You know, I never thought about that, but yeah, you're totally right.
You can see it, especially in his chest.
Yeah.
And, you know, just the way he stances when he's on defense.
Yes.
And then some people will have thought that he has Dane in him. But I don't know. I don't know enough about Danes to be able to...
I could see it.
Yeah, but...
It's just a splash of Scooby in him.
Yeah. Like, I do see Scooby, you know, but at the same time, it's like, he just doesn't have the height.
Well, he definitely ain't got no pug in him or nothing like that.
Yeah. That would be fucking adorable, though.
It's just every feature that he has now stays the same, just his face is kind of squished in.
Yeah.
He has a snub nose.
I mean, technically it's already squished in, but that's just because he's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah.
By the way, that is a really weird show. Have you gone back and watched Scooby?
Like not the TV show, no, but just recently me and my wife watched the James Gunn movies.
Scooby-Doo, like the TV shows, you know, like the old ones from early 2000s, late 90s, it's an acid trip for sure. It is bizarre.
I have heard theories that Scooby-Doo himself is supposed to be some sort of like eldritch god or something like that, and he was cursed to be put into dog form and roam the earth solving mysteries. Like that's his penance for doing some sort of shit in his god form or something like that. I don't know. That's what I've heard. And honestly, I could believe it.
Honestly, I can't. I don't see it. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I guess because in psychology there is a thing called mirroring, which is which is the process of someone you admire, someone you look up to. You're gonna. It's also known as father-son, mother-daughter syndrome. You're gonna mirror that person so that they will like you more. So it stands to reason that Scooby would also mirror Shaggy. Doesn't it?
I suppose so, yeah.
Because, let's be honest, like, we know Scooby is a Great Dane. But I haven't ever met a dog that talks. I wish I have. You know, that would be fucking awesome. So, it's got to be a cross between a human and a dog, or a god and a dog. How people came to that conclusion, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And
because dogs don't talk.
So, but we also, as far as I know, never got into the history of Scooby's origins. You know,
all we know is from the show A Pup Named Scooby-Doo is that he could talk even when he was a puppy. Oh yeah, that was a thing, huh? Yeah. That was a show. I had totally forgotten about that. And his family can talk too, because there were some shows.
So then it would stand to reason that it's more genetic than circumstantial.
I suppose. Because, yeah, they show his mom and his dad, and they show, like, a couple of his cousins, and I think a sister. And then I think Scrappy is his nephew.
Scrappy is definitely related. I do remember that.
Yeah.
The exact relation, though, is out there for debate. You know, I do not remember.
Let me actually look that up. We have the technology.
We do.
Because all I remember about Scrappy is that nobody fucking likes him.
I did.
I mean, like, no one in the show.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was adorable.
Oh, that was my phone. Shush, 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 shush.
You're supposed to fucking mute it.
Nephew, yes. It is. Scrappy's mother is Scooby's sister, Ruby Doo. Interesting. Dude, so maybe it is like congenial.
Congenial? Don't you mean genetic?
Well, aren't they the same?
I've never heard the word congenial.
I think congenial is more like so like disease related. Yeah, okay.
It sounds like a disease.
Maybe it is a disease that started in their father or something like that, and it just mutated to where they could talk and have the intellect of like a teenager or something. I don't know.
A 2-year-old.
Well, no, I think Scooby-Doo is a lot more intelligent than a 2-year-old.
Yeah, no, we got to give him credit for that.
I would say a 10-year-old, at the very least.
But I never thought about it, but there is actually more lore than you would think on Scooby-Doo. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So... And isn't that crazy how people and developers will specifically go into so much detail because, or for a cartoon, just because they can?
Yeah.
Like, they will help develop the lore and, excuse me, if the lore is too, liked enough. I almost said too much liked.
Too much liked, yes.
Yes, I can English. English is my first language.
Okay.
Probably. Actually, no. Technically, it's my second.
What's your first?
Gibberish.
I was going to say bullshit.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, game recognizes game.
Midget recognizes retard.
Sure. Oh, we're past 10 minutes. We can say retard now.
Honestly, I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say about the way I speak.
Yeah, I know, but like, if you want to be monetized, you have to have the first like 10, maybe 15, I don't remember, minutes of whatever you're doing on YouTube be 100% family friendly, and then after that, the censors don't care. Something like that.
Dude, that's so dumb. Like, first of all, YouTube is an American-based company, so that would stand to reason that they would have to follow the American Constitution, which the First Amendment is the freedom of speech, and that shall not be infringed. But nowadays, people are looking at it and trying to say that it's that maybe they, I don't know, that's a whole political bullshit that we're not going to get into.
We can if you'd like. I mean, we want this to go to at least an hour and a half, and we're only at 18 minutes.
Yeah, so but at the same time, politics, I try to avoid like the fucking plague.
Okay, well, I just do want to say one single thing, and that is they've ruled in the Supreme Court that the amendments only apply to government agencies, and since YouTube is not a government agency, they can do whatever the fuck shit they want. That's what people say.
Show me the law. Show me the facts, you know.
Yeah.
Give me something tangible for me to, read and learn. Because at the end of the day, I'm not one political side. I am extremely fucking neutral. I like guns. Guns are fucking awesome. So are explosives. Just conversation, FBI, ATF. Please don't shoot my dogs. I love them. I love them too much.
Well, an interesting topic for another day would be to have you do like a political compass test, which I've done multiple, and I'm center left, which means I'm not like a liberal or a conservative or nothing. I'm like slightly left of like neutral.
Well, for me, it's more of a, because for what you're talking about, it's based on societal standards. Well, hi, buddy. While I'm over here, and I genuinely do not care. If you bring, gun rights or something up, I will hear your argument.
We should be able to own tactical nukes as citizens.
Why stop at tactical newts? Newts?
Newts?
Nukes. I was thinking tactical and...
Itty bitty salamanders with like ballistic vests.
Salamanders with fucking C4.
Tactical newts. Yeah. Anyway.
We should be allowed to own orbital cannons.
Orbital cannons.
As civilians.
Okay, Tony Stark, calm down.
I don't get that reference.
Of course not.
But I know who Tony Stark is.
Yes.
He's a skateboarder, right?
Hawk.
Yes.
Tony Hawk is the skateboarder.
Same shit.
One's a skateboarder and one's a superhero. Yeah, okay, sure. Anyway, no, my actual stance is literally we should be able to have, short of heavy weaponry like nuclear bombs and orbital cannons, we should be able to go tit for tat with the military.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Like, I don't think I should be able to own a fucking Abrams tank, but
First off, it's the M1A1 Abrams. Second of all, you can actually own one.
Yeah, but it can't have a gun on it, can you?
Yeah,
can it?
It can.
Really? Oh. Here's two topics.
I am 100% with you on the nuke thing. That is a little too much.
Far.
Like someone gets in an argument, taste my nuke, bitch.
Yeah. No, we can't have civilians wasting entire city blocks. That's not okay.
Just because of an argument.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Imagine.
Were you smiling at my woman, boy? You're gonna taste some of my fallout if you are. Boy.
I hate the fact that I found that funny. It was even more fucking hilarious because originally I didn't understand what you were talking about. I thought you were talking to Buddy. Oh. So, okay.
Yeah, those are two extreme topics for us. For Morgan, it's guns. For me, it's cape shit. You talk to us about either of those, and we'll go for days.
Yeah, or military hardware is another thing for me.
Yeah. Like
the M1A1 Abrams.
I almost said J.J. Abrams tank, and I'm like, wait, no, that's a director.
I actually met someone who was related to the guy that designed the first line of Bradley fighting vehicles.
Oh. And what's a Bradley fighting vehicle?
Basically, it's a line of armored personnel carriers and utility vehicles.
Like Humvees?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
I guarantee you've seen them.
Probably.
Like in movies and shit. They're more of a supportive type role.
What is it called again?
Bradley fighting vehicle.
Oh. Yes. Those things. They go tankety.
No, they don't. Unless they made tanks.
I think so, because...
I know they make APCs.
I was going to say, those things look like tanks.
That is an APC.
That is an APC, okay.
Read about it.
The Bradley fighting vehicle is a tracked... because treads. Armored fighting vehicle of the United States developed by FMC Corporation is now manufactured by BAE Systems Land and Armaments. Yada yada yada. Bradley is designed to transport infantry or scouts with armor protection while providing covering fire to suppress enemy troops and armored vehicles. Variants include the M2 Bradley Infantry Fighting Vehicle and the M3 Bradley Reconnaissance and Infantry Fighting Vehicle. I've heard of the second one.
Yeah, that's the most common one.
I see.
That people know of.
Those are ones with the dishes on either side.
Yeah,
that kind of
as far as production goes, I don't know which one's the most common one, but that is the most commonly known one.
I see.
Did you hear that they're trying to replace the Black Hawk?
The Black Hawk. I think so.
Everybody knows the fucking Black Hawk. If you played Call of Duty or Battlefield or
yes,
even fucking Halo, I think Halo
has kind of like a variant of it.
Yeah, like a futuristic.
The Pelican. The Pelican is basically a fancy Black Hawk, I think.
No, that would be. Isn't that the one where it can go?
Oh,
with
which
the
one?
rotors?
Which one? No, that's the Hornet.
Oh, okay. Well, the one that's based off of the V-22 Osprey, which is
yes, I actually do recognize that.
Which, by the way, is interesting because the V-22 Osprey, the original model for the Hornet, correct?
Yes, the one with the two rotors. Yes.
That can turn into a helicopter or a plane.
It looks like a drone, is what it looks like. With the two rotors in the back. No, that's the Falcon.
Well, I digress.
Anyway.
The company that made the No, it's not an F. It's a V-22 Osprey. They are in the competition to replace the Black Hawk. Again, they're using a tilt-rotored aircraft.
Interesting.
Based off of the V-22 Osprey. The problem is the V-22 Osprey, especially in its early stages, well, there's no way to put it nicely. The fucking servicemen hated it.
I see. Why?
Because the rotors had a tendency to fail and send the aircraft crashing down and killing. It wasn't like a high number of crashes, but still it's high enough to the point where it's like, and obviously a lot of people were killed.
Yeah.
So that does not help its case.
Yes.
But later variants and variants that are used by the U.S. Navy, I think Air National Guard has variants. And the Air Force probably. And I think the Marine Corps actually has a few as well. They are much more reliable. The number of crashes have gone way down. But it's always in the back of people's mind that, that might still happen, even though there are countermeasures now in place to ensure that doesn't happen. And pilots are actually trained on what to do if that does happen. So, but it's kind of sad. But the new variation of the Osprey, which, by the way, I was fucking fascinated with the Osprey for the longest time. Because it's literally a helicopter and a plane.
At the same time.
Not at the same time, obviously, because it's got to rotate the rotors.
Yes.
But it's what's called a tilt rotor aircraft. And they fascinate me. And they are the coolest thing to me. Even though, the first variants fucking were terrible, they are still just so cool and fascinating to me. Like, how can you go from one point of aerial, speed and force to another in the span of, I think it's like 30 seconds.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Like, it just does not make sense to me, but it is amazing nonetheless. And the Osprey variant that they're trying to replace the Black Hawk with is very reminiscent of the Osprey. Obviously, it's made by the same people. A lot of the same crew that worked on the original Osprey and variants are on that team, and they are bringing experiences and stuff like that to the board.
Yeah,
and it's very cool to see, and they know going into this that they have that reputation of being a stone.
A stone that just drops out of the air?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was clear. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
But they went into this knowing that, and they're like, okay, we're gonna hit this fucking harder than we've ever hit anything, especially our wives.
I was gonna say, just like my ex-wife did to me.
Anyways, I digress.
Anyway, you know what else is cool? Today's sponsor. This podcast is brought to you by Ass Fucks Anonymous. Are you addicted to getting fucked in the ass? Well, so am I. You can go down to Ass Fucks Anonymous and they can help you get rid of your cancer AIDS. Thank you, Ass Fucks Anonymous. They gave us literally 25 cents to shield us. Just kidding, this isn't real. Anyway.
Are you done? Did you have fun with that?
Yes, actually I did.
Are you proud of yourself?
I'm very proud of myself, yes.
You should be. Now go to your room.
You're not my father.
But you're in my house.
So where'd you get Buddy?
Oh. I rescued him from his abusive owner. And really just kind of had to fight that battle. The owner actually used to be my roommate. And once I saw how he was treating the dog, I stood up to him and I was like, you're not taking this dog, get out of the house. So, not really a cool story there, but nonetheless, it's important because, well, Buddy's a love. Let's be real.
You know, it's kind of funny.
And I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, actually.
Yes, I know. It starts with an S.
Yep.
Yeah. So, when I was working at insert internet company here, I had a coworker who I didn't know was racist at the time, but he sat right next to me and we would talk all the time and we'd have a good time talking about just normal subjects. And one day I get a picture of my wife and my dog and I put it in my cubicle and he goes, oh, that's a cute dog. And we started talking about dogs. And he showed me a picture of his dog and he said, oh yeah, I rescued this dog from drowning because he was just walking around such and such a park and that has like a little lake or pond or whatever in the middle of it. And he went in and was like drowning and I saved this dog. And he goes, yeah, it's funny how us white people know how to take care of our dogs. And I'm like, us white people? He's like, yeah, us white people. And I'm like, my dude, you do know that I have a Hispanic last name. I am Hispanic. And he goes, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, my name is up here on my cubicle. My full name. My initials and everything. And he goes, oh, I didn't see that. I'm like, how long have you worked here? I think at the time it was like a little over a month. And he's like, oh, please don't tell HR. I'm like, I won't, but like, don't talk to me again. I'm like, I'll be civil as a coworker, but like, don't think we're cool anymore.
So, it's funny that you bring that up, and that's actually something I would like to touch on, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So, as you personally know, I have a fucked sense of humor.
Yes.
Like, horrid.
Yes.
And, like, nothing's off the table to me. Abuse, racism, sexism.
Which is why part of the name of the podcast is Taboo, because we will... I plan on going into some deep shit sooner or later.
Sexism, racism, you know, things that typically are frowned to be joked on about.
Yes.
But the specific one I want to touch on is the racism. Y'all, I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally. I prefer animals to dogs.
Animals to humans.
Yeah, I'm not helping myself, am I?
No.
I prefer animals to humans. There is a very select few of humans that I can tolerate being around for extended periods of time. You're not one of them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It would be really awkward if we did a podcast weekly or bi-weekly and you feel that way towards me.
Right. But the thing is, like, I've always been an outcast anyways. And if something is funny to me, I'm gonna fucking say it. I do not hide what's on my mind. I'm a very, and you can attest to this, I am a very open person.
Yes. So I don't want to be like, my pronouns are he, him. My astrological sign is asparagus. But...
Asparagus?
But, like, I am gender fluid. I am Hispanic. I am bi. And if this dumbass can tolerate me, I don't think he's homophobic or sexist or racist or anything like that.
No, I literally... So, I'm not gonna get into too much detail.
Sure.
But I have had people who have died by their own hands in the past.
Mm-hmm.
People that I genuinely care about. And to this day, I still miss very, very much.
Same.
And one of the coping mechanisms I've used is humor. Specifically dark humor. If you're smiling and laughing, in my mind at least, in that moment, you are not thinking about suicide or your shitty life or, you know, having to walk on shards of glass or whatever the fuck your problems are. You're thinking about my joke. You're in a happier mindset than what you were. Sure, it may not last very long. But for that split second, you got a little bit of joy in your life. And that is so fucking rewarding to me. Now that said, we're here talking about, quote, racism and sexism and all that fun stuff that really shouldn't probably be joked about. I have my experiences to where I feel like it doesn't matter what I have to say or what I say, because at the end of the day, I've more than likely lived through it, or I know someone who has. And the stuff that I say is never meant to offend people. It is never meant to hurt people. At the end of the day, it's just to make people smile. And the shock value of, oh my god, I can't believe he just said that. It knocks down that wall to actually get that humor in. All in one. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's kind of funny because in my experience when making new friends, there's always that time period of, oh, what should I say? Should I joke about this? I don't know if I should say that or whatever. Nah, when I met this dude, the first thing that I don't think it was the first thing, but like the first couple of things that he said to me was something like, I don't want to talk to this fucking Mexican. And I'm like, I'm not even Mexican. I'm like mostly Spanish from Spain. And he's like, I don't give a shit. You're Mexican. Get out of my house. Or something like that. And
I didn't say get out of my house. But, like, I do remember that. And that was the day that I was pissed off for reasons that we both are aware of. That we're not going to get into.
Yes.
But, like...
But I just think that it's fucking hilarious because like I said, there is that time period where you're like breaking down boundaries bit by bit by bit to try and figure out where the boundaries lie, and you're just like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah. My mindset is either you like me or you don't. I can't fucking change that.
Yeah.
You know, like, get out of my life if you don't want to deal with me. That's cool. Yeah. I'm not gonna fucking shed any tears. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Like. There's no reason to force it. And another thing is, and this might be a little politically charged.
Speak your speech.
But, people are so fucking sensitive nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, yes, racism has always been a problem. And it will always be a fucking problem. But I am not speaking actual racism. Because the definition of being racist/racism is hating someone based on the color of their skin.
Or thinking you're better than them.
Because of the color of your and or their skin.
Or ethnicity, yeah.
Yeah. When the reality is, I could give two shits. Or however that fucking expression goes.
I couldn't give two shits? Or
I could give two... I know there's a right and a wrong.
I don't remember.
The point is...
You could care less.
The point is, at the end of the day, I do not fucking care. If you're nice to me, if you respect me as a person, if you treat me as a person, then it does not matter. And I'm still going to make those jokes. Because, again, the shock value. Either you take it or you leave it. Either way, you're going to fucking deal with it. Because you can say, you hurt my feelings. Well, I need my safe space. Yeah? Well, go find a safe space somewhere else. Because I don't want to deal with it. It's too much drama. Either, you man up or woman up or...
whatever.
Transgender up. Gender fluid up. That sounds disgusting.
That sounds like puke. Gender fluid up, yeah.
the point is...
you act like an adult.
Act like an adult. And, hey, if something I says...
Something I say?
Legitimately bothers you, come talk to me. Keyword there, talk. Like... I try to be an understanding and polite person. But if you're going to yell at me, I'm going to yell back. And more often than not, you're going to get punched. Like, that's the bottom line. I'm a fucking ginger. I'm bipolar. I get pissed pretty fucking easily.
Yeah.
I've gotten better about it over the years. I will admit that, and I am proud of myself for that.
Yeah.
But I'm still a ginger, and I am still bipolar, and quite frankly, I'm a piece of shit. So, I'm going to keep making these jokes no matter, what fucking snowflake I'm dealing with. Because the people that do stick around are the coolest, fucking funniest, most kind-hearted people. Helpful, outlooking people. Except for you, obviously.
Obviously.
But That's just something I wanted to touch about because I feel like people do not understand that enough. And it's a shame because the reality is the world we live in is fucked up no matter where you fucking go. Every country has its own fucking issues. Some more than others, sure. That's granted. I'll agree with that. But if something traumatic happens, like you're in a bombing or someone you know gets shot, laugh it off. Make jokes. Don't be insensitive. I'm not saying that. But
there's a difference between coping with a situation with humor and being cruel.
Yeah. And would you describe me as a cruel person?
No.
Maybe a little.
No, I honestly wouldn't. No.
Okay.
Because I know that you don't have ill intent.
At the end of the day, my heart is in the right place. It's in my toe.
And then me, I'm just an edgy boy. I like edgy jokes. Like, where did Sally go during the bombing? Everywhere. How many babies does it take to paint a wall? It depends on how hard you throw them. That kind of a thing.
Why don't black people dream?
Why?
The last one that did got shot.
Oh, yeah, huh? I've heard that one before.
Yeah, I told you that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that one too. Or I've heard other places. I've heard that one. But anything that we say here is just jokes. I mean, you don't know us. We don't know you. We don't... we're never going to claim that we understand world topics. Like, say we bring up the fact that something happened to Putin recently. Like, he got.
Did you hear about the terrorist attack in Russia? Actually, no joke.
I heard something about it. I don't know specifically what. I think
apparently there's a lot of damage, and I'm honestly really hoping Ukraine has something to do with it because they fucking rock. Have you seen the fucking weapons they're using in Ukraine? That is fucking insane. They are using shit from like World War II or homemade fucking firearms.
Yeah, no kidding. I find it. I would find it justified if Ukraine took down Russia and like invaded Russia and took it over or something like that. But at the same time, I would find it cosmically ironic if someone within the capital actually like spearheaded a separatist movement and took Putin out. I think that would be cosmically hilarious and ironic.
Yeah,
but,
for real.
But like back to the main point, if we talk about anything that affects you, like if we bring up something to do with, I don't know, 9/11, and you have family members that was affected by that, in the most respectful way possible, I don't give a fuck because, like I said, I don't know you, you don't know me. We're doing and saying these things for jokes.
9/11 was a tragedy.
Tragedy.
I don't know why I fucking slurred that so fucking hard.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, no, that was like the worst fucking slurring possible. Sorry.
But just one more thing before we get off of our fucking high horse, right?
Wait, where's this high horse at? And what is it high on?
Glue factory. Its own glue. It's high off its own glue.
So it was like sniffing its own ass?
No, it's made out of their hooves.
Oh.
Glue is made out of their hooves.
How do they walk?
They're dead. That's how they walk.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
That's
why they say, like, I don't know if you've ever seen it, like a TV show or a cartoon or whatever, if a horse gets shot in the leg or something like that, or it's old and decrepit and doesn't have very long, they're like, old jalopy here is gonna get sent to the glue factory.
Jalopy? That's
I don't know. Yeah, I know, but horses have weird ass fucking names, bro. Like Seabiscuit. What the fuck is a Seabiscuit? Get the fuck out of here.
It's a biscuit that you eat at sea. It's essentially a cracker.
Yeah, but that's not how
like for Navy Semen.
Ha ha ha. Anyway, one more thing. Just, if you have an issue with something that we say or do, you can unsubscribe or you can not watch.
Or skip ahead 10 minutes.
Or skip ahead 10 minutes. We probably won't stay on a topic for more than like 10, 20 minutes.
Because I have ADHD and I can't stay on topic. And you want to go ride bikes?
I actually don't know how to ride a bike.
Really?
Yes, my daddy never taught me. And then an aunt of mine offered to teach me how one day. And I'm like, no, I want my dad to do it. And he was such a piece of shit. He never taught me.
I had to learn on my own.
Actually, funny enough.
By falling on my face.
Yeah, funny enough, I bought a bike from a thrift store, I think, in like November. Because it was only like $20 and I had the money. And I'm like, this summer I'm going to learn how to ride a bike. So.
Guess what you didn't do?
It's not summer yet.
Summer just passed.
No, it's to come. I bought it in November.
Summer.com.
Okay. I bought it in November, December, January, February, March. April is usually spring. And then July through September-ish is usually summer. So.
According to your societal standards, sure.
No.
I broke him.
According to the earth.
I broke him.
Mother Nature.
Ooh, I like her. Is she single?
I don't know. I would not presume to assume her marital status. Or relationship status.
If any of y'all know if Mother Nature is single and how to get a hold of her, send her my way, please.
Yes, you can email us at Taboo Tater Tots Club at gmail.com. There you go. I made a specific email for us. In case anybody wants to sponsor us if we make it big, which I really doubt that we will, but
Yeah.
This is mostly for fun. If I get 10 views on each episode, I will have accomplished my goal.
Really? Because my goal is just to sit around, be lazy, and just talk into a microphone.
Yeah,
so I've already accomplished my goal, which, by the way...
my main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
Al-Qaeda wants your location. Even Taco thought that was funny.
Are you laughing at us, Taco?
You guys are a bunch of retards.
Yeah. No, my main goal is to hopefully make some kind of money out of this one day. I don't expect us to be like 2 episodes in and then making $100 a month, but like.
Are we gonna do another one after this?
We can if you want. I mean, my ideal goal is to shoot for 2 podcasts a week, but if we go down to 1, or if we go up to 3, what happens happens, bro.
I mean, I'm down to record another one. This is fun.
Yeah. Well, we're at 53 minutes now. I want at least an hour and a half. So, actually, let's really quick. Do you need to use the restroom or get a drink or anything?
I was about to say, let's take a break and we will... Does the software have like a pause?
No, but my microphone has a mute, so I can hit mute and put some music in between this. And because
no, we could just do a jump cut.
We could.
I know it's not hard, but I know how to do that.
Okay. Well, for us, it'll probably be about 5 minutes, but for you guys, it'll probably be about half a second. So, pause this, grab your tampons and your, bye. Okay, we're good. Oh, we're still recording. Oh, fuck. Alrighty.
It is future us.
It is future us, yes. It is days of future past us.
Taco!
Oh, I left the door open. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Taco enjoys partaking in the toilet water. And I accidentally left the bathroom door open. This little project of ours I kind of just wanted to throw together because I make shit wages, and B,
I don't make it.
Technically you do. You get Social Securities, multiple. No, you only get one Social Security. But I want to make something that people will enjoy listening to.
I mean, that's really what content creation is, you know?
Yeah. And something that I would listen to myself so that people can't just put this on in the background and play Call of Duty while they're listening to it, or Minecraft or whatever, because that's what I do.
That's literally what I'm going to do. You know?
Yeah, that's
because so far this has been very, very, at least while recording it has been very entertaining.
And somewhat cathartic.
Cathartic,
yes. The feeling that your pent-up emotions can be released.
Oh, I was thinking lethargic.
No.
Close.
Close, but no. But yeah, basically, that's what this is for. I'd appreciate it if you listened to this and you liked it, you shared it with all your friends, and give them brain rot as well.
If you have any friends.
If you have any friends, if you're like us, you probably only have one if you're lucky. Well, actually, I have two. You and my wife. I consider my wife my friend.
Aww.
I know.
How gay.
Yeah. It's only gay half the time.
Oh, okay.
Lately, I've been feeling pretty okay, as you can tell by my beard. It's not super thick, but it's definitely thicker than it would be if I were to shave it. And that's kind of the telltale sign of me feeling a certain way, me not feeling as masculine, I suppose. I know in the LGBT community there are a trillion different labels for a trillion different ways that people can feel.
LGBTQ, ABCDEFG, HIJK, LMNOP, QRS, TUV, WX, Y, and Z. Was that offensive?
I'm sure that there could be...
Did I do an offense?
Maybe.
Oops.
I don't give a shit.
Me neither.
But I guess gender fluid would be the most appropriate thing that I've come across that would describe how I feel about myself. At first I thought I was trans, and then I'm like, I don't think I would ever get the surgery. And sometimes I do actually enjoy being a man. Hardly ever, but you know.
That's possible?
What?
Enjoying being a man?
Do you not?
No. I hate being alive in general.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you there. I definitely feel you there. And then I take it to a whole new level where I think human anatomy is disgusting. And if sex didn't feel good, I would probably be fucking...
Gross.
What's the word?
Gross.
Anti-sexual is not the word, but...
Asexual?
Asexual, yes. Anti-fucking shit. Yeah, so I just take it to a whole new level. Right now, Morgan is looking for a proper audio editing software because right now we're using a Chromebook to create this whole thing.
Which is working out fun.
If you would like to donate to help us...
Am I the only one that hates that word?
Yeah.
Donate?
Yeah, if you would like to redistribute the wealth.
I mean, that's better, I guess.
So some things that we want to help build this thing is a nice laptop. It doesn't have to be like a $2,000 ray tracing Minecraft type of machine. Just, a decent laptop. Another thing that would be nice would be another microphone because we only have one.
I mean, again, the microphone we're using is great.
Yeah, it's fine.
Better than what I used in my old fucking studio.
Yeah, that's fine. But
because
I'm just saying
that was a cheap, I think the one I was last using was like $80.
This thing was only $45.
Well, this one records a lot better, so.
Yeah.
Then again, a few years have passed since then.
Yeah, and it's an omnidirectional microphone, so that's cool too.
Mine was mono, so that probably didn't help.
Probably not. But no, it would be nice. Like I said, don't need it, but it would be nice to have 2 separate microphones for each of us.
Mm-hmm.
But
that would be more of a want, not a need.
Yeah, but the main focus right now, it would be, it's not really even a need, I guess. Just to have some better equipment. Just
a Windows 10.
At the very least.
Just because that's what I'm most familiar with, software wise, and really that's my go-to operating software.
And we're just gonna check real quick.
We are still recording.
We are still recording. Okie dokie. But yeah, if you would like to help redistribute the wealth, there will be a link down in the description to a. I guess I could put my Venmo down there for now until we set up something a little bit more permanent. Or you could email me email us at tabootatertotsclub@gmail.com. And if there's enough want to help out, then we can set up something more permanent. For now, we are running on Chrome. I am on a Lenovo Chromebook, which sucks asshole. It sucks my assholes.
I do not like the way the operating system runs, but as far as durability and, usability and what's the other word I'm looking for? Ruggability, I guess.
I don't know.
It's not the greatest.
I mean, for a $75 laptop, it's fine.
Oh, this was only 75?
I don't know how much it was originally. I bought it secondhand, but I bought it for $75, yes.
That's not bad at all.
No, it's not.
Especially for someone who used to work on computers and knowing, the price range and everything like that.
Yeah, Chrome is fine, but it's not ideal.
Yeah, it gets the job done, but there's a lot of unnecessary restrictions. Like, for example, I feel like not allowing the user to download shit is a really big hindrance.
Except for on the App Store. Yeah, I would really rather be working with OBS.
Yeah, OBS and
Audacity.
OBS is more for... you can use it for audio, but...
Yeah.
And I have a lot of experience with OBS. I can do some pretty cool things.
Yeah, I have not a whole lot, but I do have some. Have you found one? Are you downloading it?
Do you want me to try to download it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not until we're done. So go ahead and bring up the recording software.
It's still recording.
I know. I just would feel more comfortable actually seeing it. Let's get readjusted here.
Anyways,
bring the mic down.
Future Morgan is back.
Yay!
Dogs, not in the house.
Sometimes they get rowdy and they like to hurt each other, but
wrestle.
They like
sometimes
to wrestle.
Sometimes they get a little too rough, I guess.
Too rough, yeah.
I couldn't think of the other word I wanted. So, and if you hear a bunch of moving around in the background, that
are dogs.
That would be dogs. So,
I don't think you can full screen that.
I was hoping you could, but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Although I do have to appreciate the fucking ad thing here. It doesn't take up the whole entire fucking screen, which is nice.
Yeah.
Which a lot of mobile type applications will do.
Yeah. Yeah, well. So we are at 1 hour and 10 minutes, but with the little break that we took, it's more like 1 hour. So, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
My favorite is purple or red.
Did you know, contrary to popular belief, red does not make you a violent person?
Yes, I did know that. But blue does make you sleepy. Or not sleepy, the opposite of sleepy. It keeps you up.
But at the same time, it's a soothing color, too.
Yes.
There's a whole psychology behind it. And I reference psychology a lot, I realize, but that's because I've been on a psychology kick for about a month now.
Nice.
And I'm actually thinking about going out and buying some psychology books.
You know, no shit.
Can you get psychology books just...
Oh, yeah.
Can you just walk into like a bookstore and be like, I want psychology books?
I don't know about that. But
or do you have to be in school, is what I'm saying.
No, there's I mean, this podcast does not condone the use of the Pirate Bay or affiliated websites that pirate copyrighted material. But there are certain websites that you can just find things and just get things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just literally anything from like, I don't know, like Hustler magazine to like college textbooks to the Bible to whatever you want.
The Bible.
The Bible. I am the devil from the Bible.
I am the devil from the Bible.
You look at that thing and tell me there's a God. He made me in his own image.
Wait, so what you're saying is God is retarded?
No.
But you said that he made you in his own image.
Some things get fucky along the way that's not God's fault.
Yeah, like your birth?
I'm special, okay?
Yeah, especially broken.
Yeah.
There's going to be people out there, by the way, that are going to think that we're fucking serious.
No, we're not serious. We're like we said
I'm
before
abusive.
The break. Yes. You got the stinky on me.
You can't get the stink when you already had the stink.
I took a shower 2 days ago.
Same. Man, that really shows our fucking hygiene routines, doesn't it?
Hey, after I quote unquote should have graduated high school, I would go weeks.
I used to shower every day.
Me too, but now I have trauma because of that.
And then 9/11 happened.
Yeah. How old were you when 9/11 happened?
I would have been, so it was 2001, right?
Mm-hmm. I would have been 6.
I would have been 1.
Very cool.
Maybe. That's January 1st, 2001. No, I would have... Because my birthday's in March.
We're going to have to bleep out your exact birth date. You could say that your birthday was in March, but we should probably bleep out your exact birthday.
I didn't say my exact birthday.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, what did you say January for?
January 1st, 2001.
What's January 1st, 2001? It wasn't 9/11 because 9 is September.
And what did I say?
January.
I'm a fucking idiot. That was one of my special interests, too. 9/11.
Yeah, that's September, buddy.
Fucking January.
I was like, wait, you just said your exact birthday. He's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, then what the fuck is January? What does January?
What do January be? I can't believe I just did that.
That was pretty good.
It wasn't a joke.
I know it wasn't. I saw the legit confusion in your eyes. Like the gears were turning, but there wasn't enough lube to let them turn.
They were like grinding every now and then. Yeah,
throwing sparks.
I fucking knew that too. Oh, that was such a derp.
That would be 111. Investigate 111. Doggos. Doggos.
Hey! I leaned away from the mic. Hopefully that didn't peek you.
Hello, Taco. Hi.
Traitor.
You need to calm down. Do not
Come here, buddy.
be dog. Be
cat.
Kitty.
Come here.
So,
come on, buddy.
I
like how we both have dogs.
Yeah, we each have our own dog. Well, my dog's at home.
But I meant, you know.
So, this is March 26th. This will probably go up towards the end of the week. It is Tuesday, so probably around Friday or Saturday.
Give me, depending on how long this is going to be, give me, I would estimate maybe an hour and a half.
Right, but I also want to do some channel art. There's other things other than just editing the episode that I want to do between now and... I mean, it'll go up as soon as possible, but there are things that I want to do. So tell me about that terrorist in Russia you were talking about before the break?
Yeah, so that's all I know.
That's all you know.
I don't even know who it was or what did it.
Huh.
I've just seen videos titled, you know, on like YouTube breaking news and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And quite frankly, the only way that I would care is if Putin himself got blown up.
Yeah, okay, so it says 4 accused in Russia concert hall attack appear in court apparently badly beaten. 4 men accused of staging the Russia concert hall attack that killed more than 130 people, holy shit, appeared before a Moscow court Sunday, showing signs of severe beatings as they faced formal terrorism charges. One appeared to be barely conscious during the hearing. So he was just sitting there with like a bunch of bruises on his face, and they're saying like, "Do you understand the charges levied against you?" And he's just like,
Man, fucking Russia prisons are different.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're so famous, is gulags.
Although, for someone who has done time, it is no cakewalk by any means.
Yeah, even, do they just have gulags over there, or do they have, like, municipality jails?
Like their version of county?
Yes.
I don't know.
Because county, I mean, people say, you know, county's kiddie shit, but like... Actually, no, I've heard both. I've heard that county's worse than jail, and then certain places in the United States, that big boy prison is worse in certain aspects, I suppose.
County is definitely worse.
County is definitely worse?
Yeah, I've never been to state or federal, obviously.
Yeah.
But, my cellmate, one of them, he was staying there for a little while. For some reason, there was a whole fucking thing I'm not going to get into. Mm-hmm. But he said that he was able to go to the library whenever he wanted, or, hang out in the fucking sunroom, and the guards were actually relatively pleasant, unless you got in their face or pissed them off.
Yeah.
Which it's easy not to do, apparently. You just gotta fucking respect them. And, and contrary to popular belief, at least in our state prison, fights do not occur all that much.
Huh.
I know, you would think prison...
There would be more fights.
No, I actually got attacked.
Oh.
In county.
I almost did.
And the guard that had found me was like, fucking ridiculous. And I go, yeah, why? And he goes, I just transferred from the state prison.
Oh.
This is my first day.
Very nice.
And this shit does not happen there. He was livid. The three that ganged up on me, they went into lockdown for, I think it was like 4 weeks. Considering I was, all battered and bruised and bloody.
Yeah.
My cellmate, by the way, amazing guy. Both of them were super nice. They really had my back, which I desperately needed, because I'm not ashamed to admit I was terrified. And the fucking legal system was just dragging me through the mud. So, and I'm not ashamed. I'm not going to go into the actual charges.
Oh, yeah.
But, because that's my business, really.
Yeah.
But that guard that had found me and saved my ass, he kept an eye on me the entire time I was there. And even when he wasn't working, he made sure one of the other guards kept a very close eye on me.
Right.
He was a genuine, caring guy. And then I had my cellmates who, and shout out to you guys, by the way, if y'all are watching, which I highly fucking doubt, but Rob and Mike, if y'all are watching, I'm still thinking about you, and I hope that y'all got out and things are looking better. But yeah, the fucking criminal justice system in our country is unbelievably fucked up. Like, I got drugged through the mud for a year and a half for something that really should have been an open and shut case.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to dance around the actual charges or giving people any...
Too much of an insight.
Any information to be able to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But they ganged up on me. And 3 versus 1. And I know I've told you this story.
Yes.
Oh, he's just saying he wants attention.
Yes.
So, they ganged up on me 3-1. And they started just wailing on me. And,
like they were throwing punches.
Whatever they could fucking get in.
Huh.
The only thing I could do was curl up in the fetal position and try not to lose too badly.
Wait, are you talking about the cops or your cellmates?
Neither. This was the beating that I told you about.
Okay.
Where 3 inmates...
Oh, yes, the inmates.
That I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they started beating it on me and whatever. And I curled up in the fetal position. Because...
Ow. Taco.
Again, 3 versus 1, you're not going to win that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they're more or less bigger dudes that know the home turf better than you.
Yeah.
So, I curled up. I protected the lungs, the liver, my face as the best I could. Which apparently I didn't do a good enough job because I still had a head wound. And,
Taco!
Are you being needy?
Okay, go see Dad.
Yes, come this
way.
way.
Go. Ow.
So, I protected the vitals as much as I could. Like I said, I got a head wound, which I freaked out because, well, as I knew before and as I knew after, but not during, head wounds bleed a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I legitimately thought I was gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
Which, looking back, that was dramatic. But, you know, when fucking blood is fucking pouring into your fucking eyes, that's gonna be your natural thought.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I saw an opening where they, for some reason, had stopped. And so I jumped up, which, by the way, was excruciating. Like, it felt like I had just been thrown off a fucking building.
Yeah.
And I pushed one into the metallic bunk bed, and I grabbed another one and threw him into the metallic sink, face first.
Oh, wow.
And then I kicked the final guy right in the kneecap, and he fell. He tumbled. And I rushed out into the day room, the common room. And I pounded on that fucking door.
Yeah.
Because they were going to try and kill me. Just by how savagely they were beating, they were going to try to kill me.
Yeah.
So, at that point, it was life or death. And so the guard came and he was like, "What happened?" And they had the fucking audacity to say that I had tripped.
The guards did, or the guys,
inmates.
the inmates, okay.
And the guard didn't buy it because he was immediately like, "Okay, so why are you bleeding? And why are you clutching your arm? And why are you limping?"
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, "You go to your cell, you go to your cell, you go to your cell." And one inmate was like, "But I'm bleeding." And he was like, "Yeah, well, figure it out."
Nice.
Like, he knew what the fuck they did.
Yeah.
And so he escorts me out of the block, and he was like, "Okay, so what really happened now that we're alone?" Because he knew if I told him in front of them, it would have only made things worse.
Yeah.
So I told it to him. Keep in mind, I'm still gushing blood at this point.
Yeah.
It had only been like 5 minutes start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him, and he was like, I got you. This is fucking ridiculous. And I'm like, what? And he was like, this is my first day here.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you're a new guard? And he's like, no, just my first day here at the jail. I came from state. And this shit doesn't happen in state. So, he pulled some strings while I was getting the head wound and everything taken care of. And he pulled some strings and got me put into what's called PC, or protective custody.
Yes.
And in other words, he put me in the suicide watch block.
Oh.
Which is, typically speaking, isolation type.
Yeah.
But, I had this cell to myself for a few hours. And then my cellmate Rob came in. He was my original cellmate. And he was like, what happened to you? I told him, and he was like, yeah, I don't have any interest. You respect me, I respect you, and we'll get on with our day, you know? Even though it was like fucking 3 a.m. No, we got transferred out of that cell at 3 a.m. So that would have been probably about 8 o'clock. You know, just before lights out, but not like right before lights out either. So probably about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And he was like, if you respect me, I respect you. And we got to talking, and I'm not going to share, obviously, his story, because that's not my place.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that his charges... So, Rob is from Illinois.
Illinois.
Or somewhere out there that starts with an I.
Mm-hmm.
But he got transferred to... Am I good to say this state?
Idaho.
Okay. He got transferred to this state. Idaho. I don't know. Idaho. We live in fucking Idaho.
Yes.
And he got transferred here because of a whole fucking bullshit fucking reason. And apparently he's an older gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
And he's definitely larger. But he's intimidated in the right circumstances.
Yes.
Which comes in handy. So, apparently in his life he had been a security guard, EMS, stuff like that. Like, a really good guy. And on top of that, he was just a very caring person. And he was in there for a stupid decision, I agree. But it was a non-violent crime.
Mm-hmm.
He had been in there for 5 months because the court was trying to say something along the lines of, or the prosecutor was trying to say that he was a risk or something.
Yeah.
And they wanted him to just take a plea deal.
Yeah.
Which my lawyer, which also happened to be his lawyer, was like, nah, dude. And he was like, we're going to fucking take this to trial.
Okay.
Because there is no way in hell you are getting convicted by a jury of your peers.
Interesting.
There is no way in hell.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not going into details.
Right.
Because I still don't know if... I sure hope he got out. But anyways, he came into my cell and we talked for a few hours and then we went to bed. And then 3 a.m. we got transferred to another cell in the block. And I was like, "Do you know this guy?" And he was like, "Yeah, he's a cool guy. You'll like him. You'll be fine. And I got your back." Really just kind of reassuring me. Keep in mind, my beating had happened earlier in the day.
Yeah.
So I was still very, very on edge. Mm-hmm. And we get into the cell, and that's where I meet Michael. Michael was there, and I'm going to keep it vague, mm-hmm. because of a bipolar incident that was also a domestic violence incident.
I see.
And he got fucked over as well. Because they were refusing to send him to what's called mental health court.
Yeah. Which
is a court more specialized around the needs of mental health.
Yo, they have those in Idaho? I didn't know that.
They might as well not, because from what I understand, they barely ever fucking use them.
I bet. Idaho is shit in mental health, bro.
Anyways, so from what I understand, his lawyer finally got him a mental health court date.
That's good.
1 year and 6 months after he was originally arrested.
Yeah, they also take fucking ever.
He lost his apartment, he lost his job, he lost everything. Because they couldn't figure their shit out.
Yeah, and I bet you the state of Idaho didn't compensate him for any of that either, did they?
They were both still in when I left.
Oh.
So I don't know the turnout. I truly fucking hope that they got a fair shake, because they are genuine good people in a very shitty situation.
Yeah. Did you hear about the guy in Louisiana who got wrongfully convicted of raping some girl, and it took them 2 years to finally get the rape kit processed and looked at and everything? They took the rape kit immediately, but it took them over 2 years to process it through the courts and everything. They're like, "Oh, actually, no, it's not your DNA. Sorry." And they compensated him something like $300 over 2 years in jail.
The American legal system is a fucking joke.
Yeah. No kidding.
And, I don't even think it's the police officers. Sure,
no.
Some of it has to do with the police officers. Some of them.
In some cases.
Some police officers. I cannot stress that enough. I do not believe in all cops are bad.
Yeah, we don't believe in ACAB here.
No, we believe in there are good people. There are good humans.
Yeah.
And then there are bad humans. There are people doing a very tough job.
Just like there are some good chefs and some bad chefs, and some good electricians and some bad electricians. It's not...
Or good plumbers and bad plumbers.
It's not specific to...
The bad plumbers will fuck your wife.
It's not specific to your occupation. It's just, is this person a good person or not?
Exactly. Hang on, I gotta go to the bathroom so you can...
Well, we're at hour 40, so do you want to just wrap this up?
Yeah, and then I'll run to the bathroom before the next one.
Alrighty. So, thank you, one and all, ladies and gentlemen, small and large, thin and fat, gay and straight. We appreciate...
Retarded or neurotypical.
Yes, we appreciate you.
Which, I want to say, by the way, I am autistic, so I can say that.
Yes, we both have the R card, and I have the Q card.
Wait, so are we like playing fucking poker with cards now?
Yeah, sure. Anyway.
But like real life cards?
Sure. Anyway, I appreciate everybody for clicking on this video and checking us out. If you would mind leaving us a comment, what you liked, what you didn't like, maybe some suggestions on topics for next episode or, future episodes in general. We would appreciate any and all feedback as long as you don't just call us dicks.
Which you can do too. I will laugh at them.
Yeah, so thank you.
Hang on, I would like to say one last thing.
Yes.
So, obviously this is the first episode of what hopefully becomes a legitimate, permanent thing. There's a lot of kinks and bullshit to fucking work out. Things will get better. Things will get
smooth out.
Tastier with time.
But that's okay. We don't kink shame here.
You might not.
Unless you're into feet, then we kink shame you.
I mean, you do, but keep it to yourself. Jerk off to your own feet. I don't know.
That would be fucking weird, wouldn't it?
Everything about fucking foot fetishism is weird.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Yes. But auto foot fetishism, that's just another level.
Would it really be called auto foot fetishism?
I mean, when you eat your own skin, it's called auto cannibalism, so probably.
I caught a guy fucking a car once.
Great topic for next episode, Morgan.
Okay, we'll see y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.